Right, a very good afternoon to you, and of course, welcome to the Government Information Center. I am your host, Phineas Ipinge, and of course, today we are talking about that's the electronic government procurement portal. We apologize for the technical issues that we had earlier on, and of course, we are back in action now again. I am joined by Dr. Japhet Nelongo, who is the Director of Operationalism, Capacity Strengthening, and Procurement Policy Unit within the Ministry of Finance, Public Enterprises. Doc, good afternoon and welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me.
Yes. Of course, today we are going to talk about the electronic government procurement portal that is just coming into act, and just to let the community or our SME as well as our bidder know what this is all about. To start off, maybe you can just explain to us, what is this electronic government procurement portal and how do we come about it?
Thank you very much, Mr. Pinge, for the question. The electronic government procurement, the EGP portal, is part of the public procurement reform emanated from the Public Procurement Act. The phenomena is a development globally, but it's also part of our national document. In terms of Vision 2030 and our HPP2, we are talking about making opportunity available to all the citizens. And it can only be possible when you have the service available online, because most of the Namibians have access to they have a smartphone, some they have radios, some they have TVs. So if the public service information is made available online, you are assured that majority of the public will have access to the information. Now, government had already enacted an e-government policy moving toward making public service available online, which is part of the digitalization. Okay. But then to realize that objective within the public procurement space, the procurement policy unit, together with the Office of the Prime Minister, during the financial year 2021-2022, they developed an e-procurement website and a portal that would then be utilized to make sure that related and critical procurement information and document are available online and accessible by the bidders or the suppliers and the members of the public. Okay. But for today, we are focusing more on the EGP portal, which is stage 1 of the long-term national strategy, which will see bidders submitting or conducting procurement online. But the portal currently, which is stage 1, is more for information sharing to help the bidders to know what are the procurement opportunities that are there, and what are the plans in terms of procurement for all the public entities of government, and where are we going to spend the money for government in terms of procurement. Thank you.
Okay, that's very interesting. You mentioned that you've been piloting the EG portal so far. Tell me, how has this been going on? How are you moving toward what you intend to? Are you moving in the right direction?
Yes, thank you very much. The pilot, which started during the financial year 2021-2022, went very well. And although you see Namibia is not well covered in terms of internet, it's going very well. Currently, as we speak, the financial year ending this month, we have about 45 public entities that have uploaded their annual procurement plan on the EGP portal. And the usage so far, I'm very happy, because if I can tell you, during the month of March, we have about 55 bid adverts just for the month of March. Okay. 55 bid adverts advertised on the EGP portal, and 17 bid opening report, which means those bidders who participated in those bids, they will be able to see who is number one, who is the last, who is the winner, and if they are to complain, the information is available to them. And 58 bidding documents were published just the month of March. I'm not talking about from last year, April up to March. So it means this information is available to the public and to the bidders who are participating in the bidding process, in the procurement process. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I can see progress. Those are quite a big number for 1 month. But can you perhaps also run us through your main objective for this GP profile? What do you want to achieve at the end of the day?
The main objective is to have to make procurement easy, not only for the public entities, but for the bidder out there, making it easy for them to participate, having information available, not for them to run around to look for newspapers here and there, or to run around from one website of one public entity to the other, but to have a centralized portal where they can have information, all the information about public procurement, or all the procurement opportunity available across the public sector, be it central government, public enterprise, regional council, and local authority on one centralized portal, and to increase transparency. Remember, we are spending public money. When we procure, we are spending public money. The public need to know how are we spending public money. The decision that we are taking in the whole procurement process, they need to be transparent, open for public scrutiny, and the aspect of accountability. If there is something, the public, of course, they can hold us accountable. How come that we are awarding, for example, a contract of that amount of money? Or how come that a contract is awarded to a foreign company where we have national, companies? So these are some of the information that will be made available to the members of the public. They can also question and participate.
Okay.
Yeah, in the whole process. And critically, very much important is also to make sure that we increase competition.
Okay.
Public procurement is about competition, opening up. When you open up, you will have more options, and that increases value for money.
Okay, that's very interesting to know. And of course, I'm tempted to know how will the e-portal be working parallel with the current central procurement unit that is on there? Are they also going to advertise on the same page, or how are you going to work concurrent to that one?
Yeah, so the electronic government procurement will be for all public entities. Okay. Central Procurement Board is a public entity. Okay. Although they procure on behalf of public entity, whatever they are doing, they will come on board. In fact, we had a discussion with them. They were part of the pilot, but this year we had a discussion with them for their staff to be trained, for them also to start using the EGP portal. They are more than willing. Okay. So it will be for all the public entity, except the ones that are exempted, especially those who are within the security sector. Of course, they might be exempt because of the sensitivity of the information that they deal with. Okay. But otherwise, all of them is compulsory. It's not optional.
It's not optional.
And unfortunately, okay. It's not optional.
Okay. You spoke about this is it's a portal for all the public entity, and your wish is to have all the public entity actually advertising their bid on the portal, so that our bidder, our SME, should be able to see them, have access to them, open for competition and fairness, of course. Now, looking at the current status of where we are, how are each of those objectives help you to success with your plan with the EGP?
We currently have a training arrangement with the Office of the Prime Ministers, okay, who assisted us with the development, who are hosting the portal. What is happening is that we are training public entities, especially the staff members within the procurement management unit, who are responsible for the uploading and publishing of this document on the EGP portal. At the same time, we are going around to educate the bidders also on how to access the usage of the EGP portal. In that way, they will be able to use it, and they're able also to question how decisions are made within the procurement space in the public sector.
Okay, that's very interesting. Now, what are the key documents or information that the public entities are expected to upload or publish on the EG portal? I know you spoke about this brief.
Yeah. In summary, the key and critical document that public entities are required to upload or to publish on the EGP portal that are critical to our bidders and the SMEs and members of the business community, especially the approved annual procurement plan, what a public entity intends to procure for that financial year, okay, which is already approved by the accounting officer. Okay. So in terms of what are the services that they will procure, the works, the goods, and what method they are going to use, what is the estimated values, and by when. Okay. So for bidders to be able to prepare. And also they should be able to publish the bid adverts, okay, and the quotation adverts. Okay. They should also be able to publish the bid opening report. After the bid close, there is always an opening. That opening report has to be published. Even those that have participated, they should be able to see whether their bids, were received and everything was recorded. So And then after the evaluation, of course, the public entity will publish the notes of selection of award in terms of who is the successful bidder and the unsuccessful bidder, and then also indicate and publish the executive summary of the evaluation report. That will help for bidders to get more information. If they are not happy with the outcome of the evaluation, they will obviously launch their reconsideration to public and to reconsider the decision.
Okay.
So that is basically some of the key documents. The main one, on the EGP portal, there is an option where public entities and the bidders were able to see a list of bidders or suppliers who are suspended or debarred from participating within the procurement process. When we are going to demonstrate on how the members of the public were able to see or to access the portal, I will show you. Okay. You will see a list. Those that submitted either false information in the bidding process or they contravene with the act, the public entity are required to submit their names to the review panel for them to be debarred or suspended. Now, those who are debarred and suspended, the list is available on the portal. So it means when public entities are awarding contract, they have to check on the website, is this bidder suspended? Those that are suspended are not supposed to participate in the bidding process until the time of their suspension has expired or has lapsed.
Okay.
It's kind of a punishment
for
misconduct.
All right, that's very interesting. And of course, our listeners, they're out there online. If you are joining us, of course, we are coming to you live here from the Government Information Center. And today we are talking about electronic, that's a government procurement portal. And of course, you can follow us on our Facebook page. That's Ministry of Information Communication Technology, Namibia. That's our Facebook page, that's MICT. And of course, on our YouTube channel, that's MICT Namibia. And of course, listener can also come join us in the studio and call in. Our studio lines is open. That's 061 400 39197. Sorry. The number in the studio is 061 400 397. And then you can join the discussion and just find out how you can access the portal. And of course, what is this new technology that we are brought on? It's all about. Doc, we continue with our discussion here. Let's talk about the different entities that are trying to join, or rather to go on the portal. Now, what happens if the entity failed to comply or to comply with the rules that are even set up there through? You spoke about being blacklisted and whatnot, but take us through the disciplinary process. How do you discipline them?
According to the Act, non-compliance, the procurement policy unit, we need to assess what is that all about, and then we recommend to the appointing authority to take necessary action. Okay. Could be administrative, maybe something that need to be taken. But what we are trying to do before we go to the disciplinary and so forth, we are trying to provide assistance. First, we train them, and we have now direct support. They can call us. They are unable to upload. Maybe it's an internet issue, or they have problem with the know-how. So we are trying to provide them with the support before we take up the issue of action. But of course, non-compliance cannot be tolerated. Of course, we have to recommend to the appointing authority, because you know each public entity has got a governance structure. Okay. The role of a governance structure is to ensure compliance. Okay. Compliance to all government policies. The Public Procurement Act is a government law. And any governance of any public entity has to make sure that there is fully compliance to the Act. Thank you very much.
All right. You know, there are a couple of rules, or rather regulation, when it's come to the advert. You see, when you advertise a bid in the newspaper, there are a couple of days or weeks that the bid have to be open in the newspaper. Does this apply also to the e-portal, or how do you regulate that?
Yes, so the duration is still 30 days. So the advert will run for 30 days unless there is exemption, which is granted by the minister. If there is probably an exemption granted by the minister to reduce the duration, that one is a different thing, but the duration remains the same. So what happened is that only the manual, there's nothing changed, nothing has changed. The manual process is mainly the one that we are trying to bring online. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Where we now apply technology in the conducting of procurement. Okay. Yes.
Okay, maybe let's go to the 1 million question. I hope we'll be able to get a slide here. Now, how can member of the public, including the bidders or the business community, access to the portal? Maybe you can take us through.
Thank you very much. That is the website.
Okay.
The website, the e-procurement website, that is the one which was developed in 2021, 2022, and that is the website. Now, on that website, you get to that website by logging on eprocurement.gov.na.
Okay.
Now, when you are on that website, the third functionary, which is written bid advert and award, once you click there, it will take you now to the portal that I talk about. That is the portal.
Okay.
There is a website and the portal.
Okay.
That was the website with all the information related to procurement. You find the document, you find everything there on the website.
Okay.
Okay. Now we are on the portal. On the portal, there are options. You see the first option is more on the procurement project. That's the bid activity. You are able to see all the bid, the advert. Once you click there, you are able to see all the advert and so forth. You have the option 2 is the annual procurement plans. Once you click that one, you'll be able to see what are the annual procurement plan for which public entity. And then option 3, you have now the debarment and suspension. Okay. For example, there you see the debarment and suspension. That's a list of public entities that, I mean, the bidders or the companies that are suspended from not participating in the procurement process. The name of the companies are there. They are suspended from which period up to which period. The address of the company is there. So that suspension remain active or remain open. So once the suspension period lapses, then it is off the list. Okay. So what does it mean now? The bidder themselves, they'll be able to see that my company is suspended, or even an international company want to join venture with a Namibian company, be able to see that I cannot join venture with this company because it's debarred or suspended. Yeah. Because this portal is accessible by both national and the international bidder. Okay. Yes. So that is the critical part of it. And then if you go to the option 1, go to the option 1, you'll see. Okay. Now, if you check on your far right, the corner there, now you'll be able to see the information for this year, for this month. Okay. That information for that month. You'll be able to see, if you click that, then you click on the adverts. 55, you'll be able to see the list of public entities that have advertised. What is that they want? What is that what they want to procure? You click on that, you'll be able to see, able to upload the document, the advert, be able to get it online. So which means a bidder does not need to travel to come to town to buy a newspaper. A bidder does not need to run around different websites. We're sitting on your farm. If you have your smartphone, you have a laptop, you have access to internet, you should be able to access the information without you traveling far. That means making procurement easy for the people. But for this one now, it's more giving them the information. They will not submit the bids online yet. Okay. This one is just to prepare them for a comprehensive process or system. When it is fully, developed, then they will be able to submit their bid online. But for now, it's just for the information. But they can still submit their bid in hard copy as they do. Okay. I want to take you back on the annual plan that you have shown there, where you said the entity have to submit their annual procurement plan that they would like to conduct during that financial year. Now, does that plan also come with the exact date when they will be advertising the bid? How would the plan help me as a business community or as a bidder or as a SME to prepare myself? Okay. If this one, once you are there, you click on the name of a public entity. Click on the name of public entity, then you see that download. You click on download there. Okay. And then a document will come. PDF document will come. Okay. And that document will have now the list of services that they will procure, by when they will run the procurement, and at what values. If you are doing your own market research, when you are submitting your bid, how much you charge for the work or the service that you are going to provide. Of course, the information is provided on the annual procurement plan. and what method they will use. Will they use open advertising and so forth? And by when they will run the procurement. So in a nutshell, if the members of the public, especially our business community, our SME, if they get the information, especially on how to access, how to view the documents that are uploaded on the e-procurement portal, it will really help them to participate, and that will also increase the number of bids when bids are advertised, and that will help public entity to reach out to many.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Wow, that's very interesting. And of course, I just want to get a reminder to our viewers out there that our telephone lines are open, and of course you can also interact with us on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel. The Facebook page, that's MICT Facebook, Ministry of Information and Communication Technology Namibia, as well as the YouTube channel, that's MICT Namibia. And you can reach us also in the studio at our telephone number, that's 061-400-397. That's 061-400-397. And of course, during the discussion that you're having right here, Doctor, I still want to find out, the way that our country is set up now is that majority of the people are still technology savvy. They are not really used to this technology. And the internet infrastructure are also limited when you move deeper into the rural area of the country. So is the community conducting some sort of civic education or to educate how to access the portal, how to access the internet, what to do, how to get there? So how do you make sure that a layman who lives deep there in Ukwaludi have access and know exactly what to do when it comes to this e-portal that you're talking about?
Yeah, thank you very much for the question. That is part of the public awareness and education that we are conducting.
Okay.
When the cell phone were introduced in this country, we didn't know how to use them. But we started somewhere. The same, although the country is not fully covered in terms of internet, but of course, majority of our people have access to phone. They might have, computer here and there. What we are saying, we are not only advertising on the portal at the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, we also still have, the newspapers. Public entity still can use the newspapers, but mainly the portal. But what we are saying is that people will begin to learn how to use, how to access. It's very simple. It's a basic one. The portal is very basic. Most of the people are using very sophisticated cell phone. For them to get to know that, they started somewhere. The same with the portal. Of course, we are going around the country. We will have some pamphlet printed, even on our Facebook page, on our e-procurement website. They can able to get information how to access. And what we are encouraging is that the members of the public, especially the bidders who are critical to this portal, they should help one another. The young people to help those who are not, we are not from the same age group. There are young people who might be technology savvy, and then the old people who might have challenge with technology. But if we are all bidders, we are all in construction, and I have access. Of course, what we are encouraging here for people to work together and be able to help each other. At the same time, the government is also trying to find a way how to expand the IT infrastructure to make sure that, as we move, as we put service online, it's accessible so that nobody is left out.
Okay, that's very interesting. Maybe I want to go to the last question that I always wanted to ask you. When we're going to go for e-portal, the EGP, in full swing, full existence, are you saying we're going to do away with the newspaper bid advert? Is that a plan? Is that a long-term plan?
We may not. It will depend on the readiness on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, because remember, in the newspaper, we might publish to say, this public entity is running this bid, then you direct the bidders to the procurement system to say you can get more information on this one.
Okay.
Because you see, it will also depend on the readiness and of the country, the internet infrastructure, and so forth. So whenever we are introducing a system, there should always be, another supplementary system that should help, that should not that should not fail you. You might only put the information on the e-system, but then when it comes to the bidders, only few that will bid, then you have a problem now to select.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
yeah, you need to see, we need to determine the readiness by then. When we get there, we'll see how we do it. But at the moment, we are saying all the public entity, they need to use the portal. But even if we have the comprehensive one, they will need to use the comprehensive one. But if the readiness will require us to have something published in the newspaper to direct bidders to the e-procurement, that will be done. Even on this, if we have something on the website, we can put something on our website to say the public entity is running this procurement. For more information, log on the e-procurement.
Okay,
Yes.
that's very interesting. And of course, maybe just for my viewer out there to figure out, this is a government procurement portal.
Yes.
So definitely this will leave out all the private entities and the parastatals, the NGOs and other civil organizations that would like to advert, or would this be a one-stop shop for all?
This is a one-stop. When you talk about public entities, that's include government organization in the central government, office, ministry and agencies, regional councils, local authorities, and public enterprises.
Yes.
This portal is for all of this.
Okay.
That exclude the private sector. It's not part of public. That's private NGOs are also not part of that. That includes the central government, your regional government, your local authority, and your public enterprise.
Yes.
Because our interest is that where we are spending public money, these people are spending public money. How are we spending public money?
Yes.
In the whole procurement space. Yes.
Very interesting conversation you're having here with, of course, Dr. Japhet Nelongo. Doctor, your last word, final remarks, please.
My final remark is to encourage our business community, the members of the public, to make use of the available information for them to participate in the public procurement process. The EGP, of course, will enhance accountability and transparency, and that will also help us to enhance and improve trust of the members of the public within the public procurement process of the government. And I hope this will not be the last, of a platform, but I have many more platforms to educate and share information with our members of the publics on what the government is doing, what the reforms are there, and what they need to do, and how to access the information. Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. That was Dr. Japhet Nelongo, who is the Director for Professionalization and Capacity Strengthening Procurement Policy Unit within the Ministry of Finance, Public Enterprises, just briefing us and telling us on how the portal is working, and of course introducing us to the e-procurement website that has been in existence, and of course making assurance to our business community as well as the SME that there is hope, there is future, transparency is there, and the government want to be held accountable and make sure that there is transparency on how they are spending the funds. That's of the nation. Thank you very much, Doctor, for joining us. And of course, we will definitely create another platform to keep educating us, to keep informing us, and to keep updating us on how the process is going that far.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, listeners. From all of us here at Government Information Center, it's been a beautiful afternoon, and it's a goodbye.